the Ahmaud Arbery murder trial, which continues this week. They interviewed various members of the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, and a lot of that was more technical based, trying to figure out what they were doing with their drones when they did the flyover, why that was done, and all of that. So a lot of it was technical. However, good night, Lindsay. Thanks for checking in. Have a good night. So one of the guys that did the shooting, the son, he was testifying today, and there's been a couple of situations where the defending lawyer did not want, they petitioned the judge to ban Jesse Jackson from the courtroom, which they've lost. They wanted other high-profile visitors to be removed from the courtroom, claiming that seating was limited and all of that stuff. But they lost that argument. So Jesse Jackson was there, and a couple other people. Ahmaud Arbery's parent was also in court today. They interviewed Travis McMichael, and he claims that he feared for his life. Imagine, this man was in a truck. First of all, him leave him yard in a truck with a shotgun, and claim say he attacked Arbery because in fear for him life, and in the moment when Arbery grabbed him gun, he was thinking of his son. And imagine that you have the end of the gun where you can pull the trigger, and the person that you're pointing the gun on is grabbing the gun to prevent you from pointing the gun at him, to prevent you from shooting him. And you are going to say that you afraid for that person. It was a life or death decision. You should have stayed home. You should have stayed at your yard, and that would have not happened. Ahmaud would have been alive, and you would not be on a murder trial. You would not be. And he claims that when Ahmaud grabbed onto the gun, he thought of his son, and he thought that Ahmaud was going to kill him. So he pulled the trigger, killing Ahmaud. Like, how does that make sense? How does that make sense? So Travis McMichael claims that, Ahmaud struck him. It was obvious that he was going to attack him, and that he was trying to get the shotgun from him. Of course, the man are going to try to get the shotgun from you. You're pointing the gun at him. The man seeing light flash before him, and I try for prevent you from killing him, which didn't happen because you shot him anyways. They also played one of the recording. The recording where Travis said that before the shooting, they used the trucks to cut off Arbery's escape, where Greg McMichael told police over the it was a recording that they had him trapped like a rat. So they were bragging about it. And Brian, who was the neighbor, stated that he used his truck to run Arbery off the road several times. So how are you fearing for your life when you are the ones that have all the weapons and all of that? It doesn't make sense. So the mother of Ahmaud Arbery addressed the testimony she heard earlier from Travis McMichael, saying she appreciated gaining some insight on what he was actually thinking. I think his testimony was, first of all, I want to say I appreciate his testimony because it gave my family and I some insight on what he was actually thinking. Wanda Cooper Jones said, speaking on the courthouse steps after the first day of the defense's presentation. Mr. Travis McMichael killed my son, all on assumptions. He had no real facts or where Ahmaud was coming from, what Ahmaud had done. He just took actions into his own hands, and based on what I heard again, Travis killed Ahmaud all on assumptions. He didn't have any facts on hand when he chose to pull the trigger, not one time, but 3 times, she added. So, yeah, that particular trial is not over. It will continue, and I will keep giving you guys weekly updates on that particular trial until it's concluded. And that was our last story.